Heisman Trophy candidates. Do I need to recuse myself because I voted already and the vote had to be in Sunday?
I think people know you as the objective, measured,
Go Bucks.
well-considered sports journalist that you are. So they will not jump to the immediate conclusion that you have shows that you voted for either Fields or Chase Young.
What about Dobbins?
Well, I don't think Dobbins is going to finish in the.
Well, I had to vote for 3, and I have always, in the draft, I've always said take the best Buckeye available. So I picked 3 Buckeye. No, I did not, and I'm not allowed to tell until after 8 o'clock Saturday.
I think Joe Burrow is going to win in a landslide.
Well, if you say if not only a landslide but win with a perfect record, then that'll give away who I voted for.
Oh, okay. Well, I've heard a couple people suggest that he might be the biggest. Most decisive winner since OJ, if that's possible. I don't know if you think that's fair. Maybe you're not even allowed to say whether you think that's fair, but here's his numbers.
Here's the numbers. 342 completions out of 439 attempts, 4,700 yards. It's so hard to believe that he was a Buckeye last year.
Yeah, it really is. So he's accounted for 51 touchdowns between
but he threw 6 interceptions. and by the way, I think one of the coolest things he did, the name Burrow, when he with LSU, he had it changed for one of the games, Burreau on the back of his shirt.
There you go.
That's pandering to the hometown crowd.
In a good way.
In a good way. All right, Justin Fields from Ohio State, who transferred, forcing Burrow to transfer. 208 completions, 308 attempts, 2,900 yards. And how about this? 40 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah, and 10 touchdowns rushing. So.
You know what the interesting thing about Ohio State is, they played teams like Miami and Cincinnati, and they thought those were walkovers. Those 2 teams wound up having good years.
Yeah. I realized that after about 3 weeks too late, I kept making fun of that 76-5 Ohio State win, but Miami turned around and had a decent
season. Sure did. All right, next up on the list, this is in no particular order, by the way. You've got Jalen-Hurts. When he gets injured, Jalen-Hurts.
Wow. So all of these guys, we're talking 50 touchdowns or 51 touchdowns so far.
And how about that he played for Alabama?
I know. It's the transfer portal. Is that what they call that thing? Has never looked so smart than it does in this voting.
Here's the defensive lineman from Ohio State. That would be Chase Young, who missed 2 games on a suspension, and other games he was triple teamed. So it's amazing he had what he had: 44 tackles, 31 solos, and 21 tackles for losses, 16.5 sacks, and 7 fumbles forced. I don't know what the record is. That's got to be pretty close.
Yeah, I know. I've heard a couple people say that in the 2 games since he's been back, he hasn't looked the same. And I don't know if that's true, or I guess the inference is that, he's worried about his future as an NFL player and he's not doing everything he normally does. I find that hard to believe.
Think that happened with Bosa last year?
I don't know, a little bit probably, but if I were a team, I would be trying to double team him too, or triple team him if I had to.
If possible. Who do you think wins the whole thing?
I think Burrow.
No.
I'm sorry.
I didn't make it clear.
Heisman, yeah.
Who wins the playoff?
I still think Ohio State does.